Hello and welcome to another video on doing stuff and filming it. Now today I've had more letters. Let's have a look. Right, so once again I am reading this more or less for the first time. I opened them and skimmed them to cover up my address, which I've done with a sticky label this time, which isn't very sticky, but whatever. But yeah, other than that, this is pretty much the first time I've had a real read of this, so let's have a look. Now, it started off with, the legal occupier, my address. This has changed from our last letter where it said something like temporarily on hold in blue. It's now going back to red, visit scheduled, April 2023. Okay, right, okay, let's have a look. So, your address has been scheduled for a visit by an enforcement officer. Now, this sounds familiar, but I have just been checking. We haven't seen this one before. I have double-checked. It's looking familiar, partly because they're like a broken record, but yeah, it's a slightly different one, this one. So, dear sir or madam, that's Colonel to you. I'll be a colonel for this video. Yes, Colonel Stewart. Excellent.
Colonel Stewart, can we have a few words, please?
You can have two. Fucking you.
You did not respond to our last letter within the 10 days we gave you. Well, I kind of did, because I made a video about it. Does that count? Who knows? This means we have had no option but to start an investigation of your address. Hang on a minute. I thought the investigation was already underway, but it was on hold, so have you started a new one now, or have you just restarted? Shouldn't that be restart? Shouldn't that be we have had no option but to restart our investigation of your address? Because the last time it was on hold. Oh, fucking knows. I don't think even they know what's going on. What happens now? We have scheduled a visit by an officer... Officer of nothing.
In the name of nothing!
From the Cambridge Enforcement Division. They are not coming out here. So, there are, let me think, 2 towns, 2 cities, which are way closer to me than Cambridge. They're not coming all the way out here. Not in a million years. But anyway, that's where they think I am. Whatever. The enforcement officer will explain why they are visiting and will be polite and fair. We've not heard of that before. I wonder if they're starting to pick up on, well, everybody who answers the door's got a camera in their pocket nowadays, haven't they? So I wonder if they're seeing that more and more of these enforcement visits, if that's what you can really call them, they're being filmed and people are putting them on the internet. Or maybe they're just picking up that, all this fire and brimstone isn't getting them anywhere, and maybe it's getting them into trouble. Maybe more people are reporting them. They may well be polite-ish, but I think fair is stretching it. They're there to catch you out. Either get a prosecution out of you, or get you to buy a licence there and then on the doorstep. So, polite maybe, fair definitely not. Pushy salesman tactics, yeah, probably. Outright lying wouldn't be unexpected either. If they find evidence that you are watching or recording live TV programmes on any channel or device, or downloading or watching BBC programmes on iPlayer without being covered by a licence, they will interview you under caution, and this could be used as evidence in court. And the little qualifying mark is the usual in Scotland. Scottish criminal law applies, and the report was sent to the procurator. That person who will decide on a prosecution. So, if they find evidence, this has been said time and time and time again, the only evidence they're going to get is from you, so don't talk to them, just shut the door. I'm not condoning breaking the law. If you need a licence, then get one, but even if you're innocent, these people are there to try and trip you up, so best thing to do is just say, no thanks, and just close the door. Don't engage at all with them. That's the only way they're going to get this evidence. Even if you hear stories of like looking through windows and seeing people watching TV, it's still not evidence of you breaking the law, because everybody has frigging Netflix nowadays. There's so many other ways to watch TV, so even if you're sat there watching, even if you're watching a BBC programme, it's still not evidence, because you can get Doctor Who on Netflix. So, yeah, the only evidence they're ever going to get on one of these visits is if you talk, so don't say a thing. Even if you are completely innocent, which I like to believe the majority of people who get these visits are completely innocent as well. Even if you are completely innocent, don't talk to them. Same applies to the police, the government, the tax man, just anybody in any position of authority. Don't talk to them. So, alright, teachers you should probably talk to, but yeah, anyone else, don't talk to them. Never talk to the police. Anyway, if you are prosecuted, which, if you manage to be prosecuted, it's at least in part, quite a large part, your own doing. If you're prosecuted, you could be fined up to £1,000. You probably won't be. Plus legal costs, and or any compensation you may be ordered to pay. Again, Yeah, that £1,000, I've looked several times. I'm not going to look again. I've yet to find an example of £1,000 being handed out. Most of the time it's in double digits. Unless you're that guy that kicked off and started effing and jeffing at the judge. Yeah, don't do that. I think he stormed out calling them a fucking joke. The judge ordered him back, but he managed to escape the courtroom. So, yeah, don't do that. Don't go to court and start effing and jeffing at the judge. It won't end well for you. So, you still have a chance to avoid this visit. I don't want to avoid the visit. I'm lonely, and I need videos for YouTube. Call our specialist team immediately on the number that you should never ring. They have the authority to stop this enforcement visit. Oh, that's interesting. Do they really? Well, no, they have the instruction to gather as much of your information as possible so that they can put names on their stupid letters and to try and pressure you into buying a license. I suppose that if you either make the declaration or buy a license, then it stops the visit that's probably not going to happen anyway, but yeah, interesting how they say they have the authority. Well, surely Scott Robson does as well, except he doesn't exist. They also have lots of experience helping people in similar situations decide if they need a TV license and find the best way to spread the cost. Yeah, okay, yeah, they probably do, yeah. I fully believe that they probably are under at least some sort of pressure to get people to buy licenses, and, you know, there's probably some incentive for making sales, but there's not a lot wrong with that. They have lots of experience helping people decide if they need a TV license, you know, or work out if they need it. Okay, that's a fair sentence there. One sentence in on an entire letter. Okay, fair enough. For example, you could pay from £6 a week with a payment card. Yeah, you could. Okay. Remember, you must call us now if you want to stop the investigation. Or I could just keep letting your letters come, keep making videos about them on YouTube, and eventually your investigation sort of fizzles out and then you start a new one. Well, you never tell me you've closed the investigation, you just sort of start a new one. I think I'm up to like 7 investigations now. Anyway, yours faithfully, the non-existent Scott Robson, Enforcement Manager for Cambridge, Birmingham, the Moon, Timbuktu, wherever it is that you happen to be at the time. He doesn't exist. Here we go. What you need to know about the enforcement process. We can apply to court for a search warrant to gain access to your property. Yes, they can. There was a video circulating recently. I think it came from the TikTok. Of a guy who denied them entry. And I believe it's their policy not to force entry and, you know, and make a scene when it's just for TV licensing. So they did eventually leave. But I first saw that video on Chili John Carney's channel, and I remember thinking, something not right here. This guy's, he reminded me a lot of the sovereign citizens that they get in America. kept spouting all this stuff. I didn't enter into a contract with you. You know, this is a common law and admiralty. Oh, shut up. And then Black Belt Barrister picked it up, and yeah, it sounds like the guy has got himself into even more trouble. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if there's a follow-up to that. There probably won't ever be, because this is just TikTok, but yeah, I strongly suspect he's now facing a prosecution for breaking TV licensing laws, and I think he said contempt of court, but basically, well, yeah, it will be, because the warrant is an order of the court to let them in. He refused to do that, so yeah. Although I did like that line. Trust me, I'm a police officer.
Trust me, I'm a police officer.
Fucking hell. Oh, trust me, I'm a police officer. Fucking hell. Anyway, let's carry on. I'm getting off topic. We're nearly at the end of the letter. I'm nearly there. An officer can interview you under caution in accordance with national criminal law. They're not officers, they're salesmen. I mean, you can say the whole thing, you know, the whole caution, you don't have to say anything, blah, 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 but it means absolutely nothing. Just go, okay, excellent, and then shut the door. So, yeah. Anything you say to the officer may be used as evidence in court. Well, that's just a continuation of the caution, isn't it? Anything you say may be used in evidence, so say nothing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with saying nothing at all. So, yeah, that's fine. You risk a fine of up to £1,000. Plus any legal... Oh, we've already seen that. You've said that already. If your property needs a TV license, you will still need to buy one. Okay, yeah, that's true as well. So, what's that? It's like 2-3 sentences of truth in all of this. Oh, yeah, and they've got please do not write below this line. We'll deal with that in a minute. Let's flip it over. Alright, this looks to be the same. How can you pay for your TV license? Yeah, you can do it in one go or one of our direct debit options. Phone number, website, fine. You don't need a TV license if you... Yeah, that all looks fairly standard. I rarely go through this stuff on the back because it's pretty much always the same. They're still banging on about VHS recorders. So that's all going to be the same as well. So, okay. Right, well, there's only 3 more things we need to do, actually, because I'm doing something new in this video. Let's do the first one, though. And seeing as I'm hearing more and more stories of YouTube clamping down on foul language, which is a problem for me, because I fucking love swearing, we're going to go, well, we'll go with something slightly different. So. Holy forking shirt balls.
Holy mother forking shirt balls.
I'm still going to draw a picture of a penis, though. Oh, dear. Right. Only one thing left to do with it now. That is, we take our envelope. We're going to fold it up. And we're just going to rip it up. And I do this at the end of every video. Can I get one more? No, no, come on. No. God fucking damn it. Now I look weak on the internet. Oh no, I'm doing it. Yeah. Strength of a bear. But no, I do this at the end of every video because it's what everyone should be doing with these letters. Really. Don't do anything else with them. Unless you want to make YouTube videos about them. Obviously I can't complain about that. Yeah. Screw it up and fuck it off. Thank you for watching. But wait, there's more. You're getting a 2-for-1 this time round. Instead of doing just the letter, and nothing else, and talking about only that and then just leaving it. Something I'm going to start factoring into my TV licensing letters going forward is we're going to try and answer questions, respond to comments and such like that I see on all the previous videos. Now, it was going to be part of this video, doing it all in one, but if I'm honest, what I've ended up doing is, because it's the first time I've done it, I've done the comments and questions for all my previous videos, which unfortunately has made that segment quite long. So I've stuck it in a second one. There's a link in the description. It's going to be released a few minutes after this video. It's literally as I upload them. That's it is quite long, but it's the only time it's going to be that long, because going forward I'll only be doing the previous month's video with it. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in there. Yeah, a lot of fighting around with different hats. Not sure why I did that. I don't know what I did, but apparently I did a lot of it. I'm joking. I don't do anything like that. So yeah, go and have a look over at that. There's a lot of good information. Yeah, I did do a fair bit of research into it. Unfortunately, yes, it is quite long, which is why it's not tagged on at the end of this video. But yeah, go and give it a look. But for now, if you're only going to watch this one, that's fair enough as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Thank you for watching this video on doing stuff and filming it. Please don't forget to press the big button here in the middle to subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you liked what you just saw, please click the like button below and leave a comment letting me know what you liked about it. And as always, thank you for watching.